Today's work with the heart chakra is to do with the honeybee's dearth, D-E-A-R-T-H, dearth. And the dearth happens in Ludlow right at the end of August. It lasts for around about 3 weeks. And it's when there is very little pollen in the garden. The summer flowers are all dying off and we're waiting for the ivy to come into bloom and for things like dahlias and chrysanthemums and cannas to start to flower. And then we'll have a new flow of pollen that will keep the bees going till around about October, which is when they will kick out the males and they'll start to wind down process and move into the hive to see themselves through the winter. Excuse me. But within the dearth, what you have within the hive, if you've looked after your bees properly, is this huge amount of honey. And the time of the dearth is a dangerous time for a beekeeper because the bees are furious. There's just not enough pollen to sustain them and they blame you. So what they do is they go inside of the hive and they like to feast upon their honey. And this is the most beautiful version of heart chakra medicine, I think. There's a lot of questions around what is a priestess? Who is entitled to call themselves a priestess? And there's loads of sort of arguments about initiation, lineage, all of those things. But to me, my definition of a priestess is someone who serves their community as a way to access the divine. And my service is to the bees, but it's also to the wider world in terms of access to divinity through essential oils and through fragrance. And so today we'll be talking, as I say, about hyssop essential oil. And hyssop is such an ancient medicine for purification of the heart. So it's in the Bible. It's mentioned around about 12 times, I think. Specifically, it appears in Leviticus. And that's really important because Leviticus is where we see the rites for the priests, the Levites were the priests. And hyssop's used to asperge, to sprinkle and purify people with leprosy even. And even today in the Vatican, when they do rites for the sick, they will say, purify me with hyssop. And so at this time where we have the dearth, there is not enough honey. Everybody's furious. It's very hard to feel like we live in a honey-felt world. And so hyssop is beautiful for purifying the heart, to be able to say, I want to be able to enjoy the honey. In the hive is really rich with honey. If a beekeeper's done their job properly, it will be absolutely laden with honey. This is the time when they are most vulnerable to robbing bees. Those are bees from other hives that come and go, oh, so much gold in there, we're going to steal it. And so there is so much in there. And yet, they're still vicious. Very, very vicious. So hyssop is beautiful as a way of purifying our heart to be able to remember the honey. So I got my beautiful, this is my purifying oil. So we're going to take some deep, slow breaths and just close your eyes. And don't worry about thinking about awareness of breath too much. Just be aware that you are breathing. And if you can, keep breathing the hyssop. Beautiful. And just let your attention drop down into your heart space. And for a moment, I want you to just consider looking around your heart space as if you were inside it. looking around as if you were inside of a tree, but the tree is your chest and your heart space. Look all around. What can you see? And with this attention to your heart space, how does it feel? Just allowing the hyssop to illuminate the heart space. How pure does it feel? Can you feel tightness in your back? If you do, just allow pink light to travel to the places that's holding tension. Allow the pink hyssop, lots of different colours of hyssop. I love pink hyssop. Pink hyssop allowed to go to the places that feel tense in your chest, in your shoulders, in your back. And as you breathe the hyssop, notice how the space is becoming wider. And I like to imagine that I am inside of a tree trunk. And inside of the tree trunk, I am the tree trunk. And inside of me is this heart chakra that nourishes me, nourishes the tree. And as you look up, listen. Can you hear a buzzing? Hum. Feel how the hum resonates your heart chakra. The sound, they say, is the sound of the universe. The sound of the beehive. Look up. Inside of the tree, you see an enormous honeycomb covered in honey. And bees crawl all over the honeycomb. Now, bees like honey. Bees like where bees have been before. Bees do not like intruders. So as you move up to the honey, breathe the hyssop and allow it to permeate all aspects of your aura. You become one with the hyssop. Breathe and feel how the hyssop changes your heart chakra. Opening it, vibrating differently. Hum as you climb up, and the bees show you that their honeycomb is full of pollen from the hyssop. For hyssop is a medicine that fortifies you when all else feels like it has gone. Honey and hyssop hyssop and honey, two entities bound in pure love. The sound of the hum, feel it vibrating in your chest. And as you vibrate the heart chakra, feel the frequency change its vibration. Let the hum drop down into the heart chakra, relaxing the frequency, almost like a plucked string. Relaxed, lower, soothed. A louder hum. By now you should be able to climb right inside of the comb. See yourself as a bee and know that bees do climb all over you, especially if you're covered in honey, covered in pollen. Don't be surprised if they come and lick you clean, take care of the sister, bring you into the honey, cover you in the sweetness, bathe you in the delight of the golden light of the nectar of the gods. And as you see the cells, the hexagons, perhaps you can see an empty one. You might want to climb inside of a cell. Use your fingers to feel your way around the cell. What does it feel like? Waxy, sticky, homely, sweet, dulcet tones of the dulcet tones of community. Dulcet tones of the happy place. And I just like to climb into the cell, turn myself into a fetal position like a little grub, and allow the bees to feed me with pollen, with bee bread, and with honey. And they'll take care of you as long as you want to be in there. You might want to just keep humming your song to the bees to relax the tissues of the cardiac plexus in your nervous system around the heart chakra. Keep breathing the hyssop, and as it does, you'll find that you move easily between dream and reality, so much like those priestesses of old who were bees and yet women, and yet bees and yet women. Both things, either thing, neither and neither, either and either. Allow the boundaries that define our reality to slip away as you're looked after in the honeycomb of the bees. Feel how their touches you, how you can feel it in your heart chakra, the buzz that moves all through our etheric body. Now, collect yourself in. Get ready to climb up out of your cell. Move slowly. Remember, bees don't walk on 2 legs, walk on 4 legs. Crawl your way out. Notice how heavy you are with the stickiness, and you'll want the guard bees to just clean you off, to purify you before you leave. So just sit a while they clean you off, eating all of their honey. Watch that big tongue, it tickles. And when you're ready, find your human form as you climb down, down, down. Tree trunk. Notice how you are inside the tree trunk. You are the trunk, with your heart chakra shining inside. Call out of the tree trunk. And whisper thank you to the bees and to Hyssop. Take a couple more breaths. And as you find yourself on the floor, just sit down on the ground by the tree. Notice how your perineum sits right down on the ground in your mind. Sit your perineum right down. See the red light at the perineum. See an orange light at the abdomen. Yellow at the solar plexus. Beautiful pink heart or green heart, however you see it. At the heart I see pink. Up to the throat chakra, lovely sky blue colour. Indigo deep blue at the brow chakra, and then beautiful purple opening out into gold at the crown. And you might even just wait for a drip of honey to fall like nectar from the gods. Bring it in. Gently close down your crown chakra. Close down your brow chakra, your throat, your heart. your solar plexus. Close down the orange light at your sacral and the red. And then I want you to see a beautiful golden light around your aura, around the side of you, like a big egg, coming up the front, covering right over, so you're completely encapsulated by a golden egg, and round the back of you. Close it down. See any holes? Wipe them down like cleaning the windscreen. Clean them off, clean them off. Close it all down. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes. If you don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Ashley, the Secret Healer. I'm a clinical aromatherapist with over 30 years experience, and I am the UK Director of the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy. And my work at the moment is to put meat on the bones of vibrational aromatherapy. How essential oils can affect not just the physical body, but mood, memory, the way that we think, cognition, but also our connection to the universe. And so please make sure you click like and subscribe, because it makes such a difference to my ability to create this kind of content.